Good morning, class 8C. In our last class, that was in the second term, in the second card test, we have started this chapter, a very important chapter that we call atomic structure, and we are discussing about the basics. We're discussing about the basics of this atomic structure. So first, we are getting an idea about an atom. Then we came to know that an atom is the smallest particle of an element which may or may not exist on its own. So atom is considered as a very smallest indivisible particle present in any matter. An atom is divided into two parts actually. The inside part we call it as a nucleus, in which we have got two fundamental particles, that is proton and neutrons, and outside the nucleus we have got extranuclear part in which the electrons revolve. Okay, this is the extranuclear part. So nucleus part and extranuclear part, two parts. And an atom has got three subatomic particles. One is protons, which is positively charged particle with unit mass. Then we have got neutrons, particles having no charge with unit mass. So neutrons does not have any charge, that means they are neutral. Whereas electrons are negatively charged with negligible mass. So these are the three fundamental particles that are present in an atom. Electrons are present in the outside the nucleus in the certain orbits where the electron revolves. Orbital cells. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in imaginary paths. So outside the nucleus we have got certain imaginary paths where the electron revolves, that we called orbits or cells. Actually generally now the modern theory tells us that the orbitals or orbits or cells, they are in the cloud shape, we can say. Okay, not in circular, they are elliptical or somewhat of cloud. Nucleus in the center, which is made up of protons and neutrons. So in the nucleus we have got protons and neutrons, which we collectively also known as nucleons. So this was our last class topic. Now today you are going to study about a very important term, that is atomic number and mass number. So we'll try to understand this term. What does atomic number and mass number of an element means? Atomic number means it is the number of protons in the atom of an element. So whatever number of protons is present, that will be its atomic number. And since atoms are electrically neutral, number of protons and number of electrons are equal. So we know that atom is electrically neutral, that means the number of positive charge will be equal to the number of negative charge. So protons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged, so this would be equal to maintain the electrical neutrality. Atomic number is also equal to the number of electrons in an atom of an element. So if atomic number is the number of proton, then it will also equal to the number of electron. Got it? So we can write it as atomic number equals to number of protons equals to number of electrons. Z is the representation of atomic number, P is the number of proton, and E is the electron. So we can write J equals to P equals to E. Fine. Now, so that will be atomic number. Next we have got mass number. Mass number is the total number of protons and neutrons in the atom of an element. So whatever number of protons and neutrons are present, that we call it as mass number. Okay, mass number is equal to number of proton and number of neutrons. So we can write this equation, mass number equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Once again we know that number of proton is what? Atomic number. So in place of P we can write Z as well. Okay, so Z as well. So in that case, if you want to find the number of neutron only, then that J can go to the other side and it becomes minus. So it becomes A minus Z equals to N. That means it will reduce to this form, N equals to A minus Z. A is mass number and Z is atomic number. So to find the number of neutrons, we can use this expression, N equals to A minus Z. Fine. Say for example, okay, so this is the representation of an element. This X is the symbol of an element, okay, chemical symbol of an element. The below one Z, the atomic number is written below, atomic number, and the mass number is written up. Remember that atomic number is Z and mass number is A. Okay, next Say for example, if you take a lithium, okay, just we are trying to understand what are these numbers and how you can calculate the number of protons, electrons and neutrons. So we have taken the lithium, and the below one is 3. 3 is the atomic number and 7 is the mass number. Fine. So for this, if this element is given and if this symbol or symbolic representation is given, then how you'll find out which one, what will be the number of proton, what will be the number of electron, and what will be the number of neutrons. So we can use this formula. So atom of lithium, atomic number Z is 3, that is proton and electron will be equal to 3 because proton is equal to number of electron. Then mass number is given as 7. Mass number is given as 7. So to find a number of neutrons, we can use this expression n equals to a minus z, that is equals to 7 minus 3 equals to 4. So that will be the number of neutrons. Okay. Next. Now today's assignment, this will be your assignment number 1. Remember that this will be your assignment number 1. So please note down the question. I am dictating. Okay. So question number 1 is define atomic number. Define atomic number. Okay. So in this you will define the atomic number as well as you will write down this expression as well. Okay. Atomic number is equal to number of proton equals to number of electron, and this one. Okay. That will be question number 1. Question number 2 will be define mass number, and you will write down the expression as well. Okay. Define mass number, question number 2. Next number 3 will be write the relation between atomic number, mass number and number of neutrons. So the expression that you have seen over here, you need to derive it. Okay. And yeah, fine. And next question number 4 will be, if the atomic number of an element is 6, okay, if the atomic number of an element is 6, what will be the number of protons and electrons present? That will be question number 4. So complete this assignment and send it in my mail.